Hold on. Are we live? I don't know how to check. Oh, can you check? I think we might be live. Hello.
Hi.
We're on.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to Dear Friends. This is episode 3. And today I have my dear friend, Aaqib Hussain.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I think I should actually read out your bio. Your bio
Okay.
is... No, actually, no. First of all, can we please address that you've dressed up so lovely. Got a beautiful jacket on. I feel so special.
My mum taught me to dress for the occasion. It's the occasion.
I feel so special and underdressed. This is so amazing. But yeah, Aaqib sent me a bio, and it was the relatable brown boy in the corner on the block, constantly sticking his fingers in too many samosas. Meet Aaqib. So we should start with your Twitter at. What's your Twitter at?
My Twitter is Aaqib does things with 2 A's, not one, and there's no U. It's very important for me to tell people because anytime anyone spells my name, it's always with a U and then 1 A.
Aaqib.
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 Or even when people say it, they say Aaqib.
That's so rude.
And I'm just like, what I've started doing at work is wearing other people's name badges. I've not worn my own name badge about 1.5 years.
Well, who do you wear?
So I started with someone called Daniel, and then I got Alex, and no one believed I was Alex.
I can't know.
And then I lost Alex, and then someone gave me Imran.
Oh,
So-
believable.
So everyone's just like, "Oh, cheers, Imran." I'm like, "Who?" And then I remember, and I'm just like,
Oh,
"Oh,
me, shit.
no worries, no worries. See you later."
Are you living in an alternate double life? It's like Imran, your alter ego.
It's like my alter Caucasian ego. I have the accent and everything. It's ready.
Amazing. Oh, well, thank you for joining me. And I mean, I don't know, actually, should I do I feel like, I don't know if anyone's joining us actually at the moment because I haven't checked who's watching. I don't particularly want to check who's watching. But for anyone who's joining us that's new, Dear Friends is part of the writing residency that I'm doing here at Banner Repeater. So the Banner Repeater's got a series called Unpublish, which is a series of artist-made publications about publishing and the specific politics of I'm within it. I'm going to address the specific politics of broadcasting and speaking in public, and so I decided to do this live talk show where we talk about Twitter and what it means to speak publicly and use Twitter. I guess I'm interested in it because I'm a writer as well, and I tweet half my thoughts. I always say I don't really ever know what I think unless I write it or tweet it.
Yeah.
And then otherwise they're just ephemeral thoughts that just kind of sit around my head, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't know how to rationalize this. And it only really feels pinned down when I've put it in words in whatever way. So yeah, I got some people together who I thought do kind of fun, interesting things on Twitter, because I guess it's nice to know that you're not shouting into the void. And also, if you actually are shouting into the void, it would be nice to know that as well. So I guess
what am I shouting into?
Yeah.
And who's there?
Yeah. Assessing, do we do the same things? What do you do? Oh, that's weird. How many fillings do you have? What's your favourite colour? Like that. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Thank you for joining us, if anyone's joining us at all.
Or if you're watching this later, hi.
Oh, hello. In episode 1, Gab said, this is a bit like Shut Up and Listen from the Princess Diaries.
I've never seen the Princess Diaries.
Oh my God.
I've never seen them.
Oh my God.
I know. The thing is, I was going to watch it the other day.
Oh my God.
And then I was
That would have been such beautiful preparation for this one specific reference.
I didn't even know you were going to say that or nothing. I was just randomly going to like it, but I've never seen the Princess Diaries. I'm really sorry.
It's at moments like this where I really do believe in fate or kind of the universe. Oh, that's mad.
If I watched it, I would have just been screaming, I know what that is. I know this reference.
Okay. Oh my God.
Really
I can't believe
myself. I'm
this.
sorry, everyone.
Wait, what were you doing in 2008 that you didn't watch it? This is so irrelevant. I'm so sorry.
I think listening to Fall Out Boy.
Oh.
I think 2008 was, what was I? I was in year 8. It was a while back.
I simply can't accept this. Anyway, I've got some questions about when you first started using Twitter, I guess, because I think we actually met for the first time because you tweeted me at a party.
Yes.
Like, I
Oh my
think I
God.
can see
I was
you.
thinking about this the other day. So I think it was the burnt roti party.
Yeah.
And I think I DM'd that white people account and I was like, oh, you guys should definitely come. And then I think you were there and I was with Simran and I was like, Simran, I'm really nervous. I think that's like her from the white people, but I don't know what to say. Like, I can't just go up to her. That's a weird thing. And then I was like, and then Simran was like, just message her. I was like, I don't have her number. Simran was like, DM her. I was like, okay.
It was so cute that you did, to be honest, because I was like, just there, like it was like around the corner from our uni. We didn't know anyone that was going to be there,
Okay.
so it was like really nice that you did. What a beautiful introduction.
It was a nice little thing.
Yeah. How long have you been on Twitter for?
A while, I think. I think since possibly 2010.
Oh my God.
Because I remember like using it in secondary school and just being like, I'm on Twitter, and everyone was just like, what's that?
So
and
you were like an early pioneer, the first amongst your friends.
I was like the early bird in school for like Twitter, MySpace, Bebo.
Oh my God, I never had a Bebo.
I loved Bebo. I loved
Bebo.
Bebo so much with all my heart. And then I think like this was probably like primary school, but like Habbo Hotel.
I never had a Habbo Hotel. Have I been missing out?
You have.
Oh, no.
I was honestly going to log on to it the other day just to see what was
Is
like,
it still
happening.
up and running?
I think so, but like they basically, the way it worked is they had loads of different ones. So they had like a UK one and a .com one and like a French one, and I think they just merged them all together because it cost too much to run and no one was using it.
Oh my
so I don't know.
God.
But I remember like starting to use it and everyone, I didn't know anyone on Twitter, so I would just follow like random people and tweet celebrities like really cringely and be like, I love your work. And then more people started to use Twitter, and then I met Simran through Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, that was anytime anyone's just like, oh, so how did you two meet? Do you guys like go uni together or what? And I just had to be like, no, we met through Twitter. And like we always cringe when we tell the story because it's
But that's actually
so
really
weird.
beautiful. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like the friends I've made on Twitter are so I keep saying Twitter, like an American. Twitter. The friends like I've got from Twitter, like, I'm so like, oh, you're such a weird friend.
It feels
like
like
we've
a,
never
like-
met.
It sounds weird to say, but it feels low-key like a more genuine connection because I feel like you guys know more about each other.
Yeah, you're not pushed together through circumstance
Yeah.
either. Like, kind of, I feel like the friends I had in high school were very much my friends just because we were in high school together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same
like,
place, same
I'm
time.
really sorry if you're watching. Some of you, obviously, I genuinely love, but like other people who I don't talk to now. So it's weird that you're watching this first of all because we don't talk.
How did you find us?
Yeah, how did you find this? You follow me on Twitter? That's fucking weird. But like, like we were friends because of circumstance. Super soz. But like on Twitter, you don't have to be anyone's friend.
No.
So like the friendships that you do make end up being really sweet and like
Yeah.
beautiful. So tender.
Like I've
That's
met,
such a special one.
Like yeah, so I think me and Sarah met through Twitter. I met Afshan through Twitter. I met.
She's here in the studio today. Do you
cheers.
want to come say hello?
Say hi.
Pop your head in the background. Hold on. Hi.
Met Afshan through Twitter. I met like so many people. I'm thinking of it now. Like so many people. Like even like Burnt Roti was through Twitter, I think, or it was through social media. But like so many things and so many like opportunities and so many like things that have happened over the past couple of years have been because of Twitter. And I think
Oh my
people
God.
underestimate like how it is a website, but it can genuinely affect how you view things and
Yeah,
where
totally.
you can go in life, kind of thing.
No, definitely. I mean, that kind of like brings me on to another thing I guess I wanted to talk to you about, which is that like, for me, I think I'm like, I guess I should state as well, like the same thing, like so many things that I've done. The very first job I did as an artist was unpaid. Bitter about that, but
Pay
it was
your
making
artists.
pay artists first of all. That's really fucking awful. I wasn't paid for it, but I was like 19, 18, and I made someone's music video,
A whole music video.
a whole music video for like a really, I mean, well known now. I don't want to say who.
Oh, okay. You tell me
God.
after.
Yeah, I'll tell you after. But like, we're not friends anymore. But so it's a bit awkward. But I made their music video, and it was because I think I retweeted the guy's, like some tweet this guy did about like the creative process, and it was like really sarcastic and funny.
Oh.
And I just retweeted it, and he like perved on me a little bit, and I kind of turned it into a business opportunity.
Make your money, ladies. Make
Yeah.
your money.
But like, I feel like it is really important, especially for like, I mean, not just brown creatives, but like brown people in kind of, I say like creative laborers. That includes anyone that kind of like does anything from like writing to, I guess, being an actual artist, or like making music videos, or like just doing things around like burnt roti. I'd consider them creative laborers, like just doing things like for the culture. Like, I feel like there's a massive kind of, like Twitter's so overlooked, and like these social media sites are so overlooked as like a, well, I guess I said like not safe space, because there isn't really any such thing as a safe space, but like as a space to kind of connect and I guess meet people that look like you, that think like you, like the benefits of having a filter bubble in white supremacist society, like kind of having Twitter to go to vent and also kind of make things that are your own on your own terms. I think that's really overlooked.
I think the whole thing with being brown and having Twitter is important, just because kind of growing up, not to kind of beat it with a stick, but like being too white for the brown kids. Being too white for the brown kids, being too brown for the white. I think everyone knows what I mean, but like, like not being able to fit into like those specific kind of places, and having other brown people to connect with, so you don't feel as though you're kind of being pushed out from spaces. Even if like it's important for like brown kids, it's important for people of color, it's important for like people for different sexualities, especially if they are people of color, because there's so many of the spaces that are queer are like not to be that guy, but they're designed for white people.
No,
if we're
totally
gonna be honest, like being queer and being brown or being black or being any queer person of color is difficult, and some like the biggest queer places, like, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, fuck it.
Like, like Pussy Palace, like Babes London, like these queer spaces that are made for marginalized groups. I wouldn't have known for them if it wasn't for like Twitter, Instagram, social media, and I don't think a lot of people would.
Yeah.
So to have them pushed out through like these, what's the word?
Filter bubble? I don't know.
These
I don't know.
Oh God.
Sites?
Yeah,
I
let's say
guess,
sites.
yeah.
Let's say sites. It's like, just to have them kind of pushed out and be there and exist in a space where they don't have to kind of answer every single question. They can just sit there and say, "This is who we are and this is what we're doing."
It's nice to have people that are kind of like complicit in your agenda, no matter how far away they are. Like kind of that level. Like I was speaking to Gab on episode 1 on Saturday, and she was like, sometimes I just want to drop things into Twitter and leave them and not have anyone kind of respond.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like sometimes that's what you were allowed to do. Like, I guess kind of on the White Pube account it's different, because not everyone's complicit in our agenda.
No.
At all. But like on my own personal Twitter, I'm able to tweet like, oh my God, I wish white people would stop bothering me on Instagram. And like, no one questions it. I'm like, oh wow, okay, amazing. Like everyone's complicit in my agenda. It's like, filter bubbles are actually really great. I don't want to hear like competing opinions. Actually, I don't want to hear like the devil's advocate. I just want to hear, because I mean, I hear the devil's advocate like outside of Twitter. Like I don't need that in
like, I don't
URL
want
life.
to go to work and say Black Lives Matter and have someone say, well, actually, because it's just like, well, I don't need that. Like I appreciate it when people kind of come up and they're like, oh, well, what about this and what about that? But it's like, at the same time, you're not gonna, not that you're not gonna affect my mind and change my opinion, but if I'm saying something like Black Lives Matter or stop harassing trans people, and you come and say, well, actually, I'm not going to listen because it's not worth my time. And to be able to kind of put it out on Twitter and have people say, yes, Black Lives Matter, stop harassing trans people, it just feels like you have kind of that support, which is quiet, but at the same time it's there, it's pushing you. It's like, okay, I'm there.
What do you think of, because I've got mixed opinions about this, when people are like, oh, but like, isn't it your job if like someone's, I guess, like if someone disagrees with you, like shouldn't you have to like engage them in discourse and kind of change their mind? Aren't like, what about like the death of discourse? Twitter has ruined discourse. Like, but, I mean,
absolutely not. I think that's bullshit. I'm not. I'm not getting paid to have this discourse with you, so why should I do it? You're not paying me. The government isn't paying me. Theresa May's not paying me for me to like explain why I think I shouldn't have to pay uni fees. Why do I need to explain it to you? Unless like you're my mum. Hi mum, if you're watching. Unless you're my mum, I have absolutely no reason to have this discourse with you. I might like. I have the perfect story for this, actually.
Oh my God, please tell.
I went out with my friend Hannah. Hi, Hannah. I'm going to force you to watch this. Love
Hi,
you.
Hannah.
And we were out, and we went in line for a photo booth, and there were some people that were intoxicated around us of the Caucasian nature.
Oh, this is going to be so good. I can just tell.
And we're there, and I'm looking after my friend who, Molly. Hi, Molly. Who was quite intoxicated, and we hear like two people behind us say "Mashallah, Mashallah," and I turned around. I was like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, I thought it might be someone that I could say hi to.
Yeah.
And I turned around, and it was two white men, just like completely gone off their faces. And I just turned back round, and then they kept saying it. And my friend Hannah, I don't want to say I've taught her well, but like. She knows how to approach a situation, and she knows how to kind of take down white people because she is white. So they will listen to her. They won't listen to me. So she turned around and said, "You can't say that," like in their face. And they were just like, "Yes, I can." And she was just like, "No, you can't." And I was like, it went on for about 10 minutes. And I was
Yes,
like,
I
Hannah,
can.
just
No,
leave
I
it.
can't.
They're both drunk. They're not going to do anything. Like, just leave it. They're not going to stop saying it. And then she was like, yeah. And then my friend Molly was like, yeah, but they shouldn't be allowed to. And I was like, they shouldn't be allowed to, but they will. And it's not our job to explain to them why they shouldn't. Google is free. But at the end of the day, when someone less forgiving hears them say that, and they get punched in the face, that's their own problem.
Can't wait for them to run into some like Pakistani bodybuilders that are like ready for a fight.
It's my favorite thing. I had like one interaction with someone where like years and years ago where this woman was like on a bus and she was like screaming racist like abuse at these men in the back.
Oh my God.
And it was like maybe 1 a.m. and I was so tired and I was like, oh my God, can she just shut up? And then she said like the line that always gets me. She said, "Go back to your country." And my head like, I did like the Exorcist where my head like span around. I was like, what did you say? She's like, I wasn't talking to you. I was like, well, you might as well been, babe. And like, I was like so angry. And then I think at that time I felt a need to explain why. But the situation went left so quickly. I think I learned from then that it's not always my job and it's not always in my interest to explain these things, and I shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
And just because someone is tweeting me saying you should explain why men are trash doesn't mean I have to tell you exactly why men are trash. You know why men are trash. We all know why men are trash.
Yeah.
We have no reason to have to explain these things constantly to people who most likely will not be listening properly. They listen just so they can reply, and that's the most frustrating thing, and I'm not here to do that.
Definitely what we get with like the white pubes official Twitter troll.
Yeah.
Like,
I am so proud of you guys for having one. Like,
same. We're really proud as well. We're like, oh my God, we've made it. We've got a troll. He's like, for like official, like might as well be on payroll for us. Like,
you should put him in your like accounts.
Oh, bless him. I really hope he's watching. Hi, Brooke. Miss you. Yeah. Hi, Brooke. Miss you. But like, those people who like just want to reply for the sake of replying, like. Amy's listening, but I think it's a little bit delayed. Hi, Amy. But like people who want to like reply.
I'll take them all.
So funny. But like Brooke, who just kind of wanted to reply for the sake of replying and like kind of have his voice be heard in this like new world 2017 where like really actually he doesn't matter. Kind of in art school spaces at least anyway, where me and Seymour were stomping around shouting "you're a white nightmare" at people, like kind of like this new world that we were like forging in CSM, like people like him that wanted to kind of assert their voice. I feel like we only ran into him because we went to uni with him. And
my God, he went to uni with you?
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, so you fully know who he is?
Yeah, like I genuinely feel like he wouldn't have encountered us wouldn't have come across us otherwise. So like, I don't know. I guess.
I think what you said about like his voice not being important is very important, because I feel like that's what the trolls are.
Yeah.
They are like usually straight cisgendered white men who feel they're being drowned out, even though their voice is, excuse me, still in them. Like, it's still the loudest voice that you can hear across all platforms everywhere. And they feel as though if there is like, I'm gonna take Cardi B as an example, just because I love Cardi B.
I hope she's watching. Hi, Cardi.
Hi, Cardi. I love Bodak Yellow. She has, like, all of her trolls are men. Like, all of them. Like, there's probably women out there that don't like her, but none of them feel the need to troll her. And I think that's very important. No one that is not a man feels the need to send her hate. And she, like, discussed it. It's not like in an intellectual way she was discussing. She was just like, before I got my teeth fixed, you guys like were onto me about my teeth, and now I've got my teeth fixed, you guys are onto me about my boobs, and my boobs are obviously fake, but you guys still feel it to be like you still feel the need to get at me for being successful, even though I shouldn't be. And I think that's important. They, like, your Twitter troll probably feels as though these are two like women who shouldn't be like making as many moves as they should. They shouldn't have the opportunity. Why have they got opportunities that I don't?
Yeah.
And it probably comes from a place of like, it's definitely coming from a place of like lack of self-confidence and lack of like, they're just sad. But at the end of the day, they're real people that are hateful for no genuine reason. They just want a voice to be heard, but they're kind of struggling with the fact they don't have one, and that we have one. I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry, Mum, for swearing.
But I guess, I mean, I feel like because he staged his like tirade on Twitter, if he'd come to me in person and like said all this stuff, like called me a racist public school girl, as much as I'd like to pretend, oh yeah, I'd be like so gassed about that, it probably would have like hurt me a little bit, like the things he said kind of on Twitter. But
He said you were racist?
yeah, he called me a racist public school girl. So because he said it on Twitter, I'm
Did he say
so
just to
gassed.
you or to Gab as well?
No, he called her a bearded woman. Because I tweeted about a chin hair once and he thought it was her. And I was like, oh.
Well, the joke's on it.
But like, I feel like if he'd said that in person, it would have been harder for me to clap back in like such a kind of nonchalant way.
Yeah.
Because it's on Twitter, and like I've like, not only has he got that like added layer of anonymity hiding behind the screen, but I've also got that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess apart from like having like a conversation about like the mental health ramifications of having trolls, which I guess, I mean, people have spoken about that before, and like it's kind of well trod ground. I kind of like, I don't know if it's just the fact that I'm a Cancer with a Sagittarius rising. When I feel that kind of like adversarial force from other people, I'm like, ooh, go on, fight me. Ooh, yeah, bring it. Like, I kind of feed off that in a way. And like,
I low-key same. Like, if someone, I've stopped. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but like, if someone came to me with like a problem, or if someone came to me with something, I would live for it. I was like, this is amazing. This is what dreams are made of. Like, but I think it definitely, if someone said something to me in real life, I would have been like, oh, what do I do?
yeah.
I need 5 minutes to think of a 140 character reply.
Yeah.
Maybe 280. Twitter, give me 280. Please.
You don't want it.
I want it and I don't. I just want to be able to tweet the lyrics to Bodak Yellow and like tell Carly Rae Jepsen how much I appreciate her.
When like full 280.
Yeah.
Like
I just want 280 characters of Carly Rae Jepsen appreciation.
Oh. If you want to tweet it from the White Pube account, feel free.
That's gonna be my next art piece. It's gonna be just pictures of Carly Rae Jepsen and with like my tweets under them. I don't know. I think it's easier to brush it off, but I think for me, as I've grown up and kind of grown into kind of who I am, I think it was you or Gab, when you did the first episode, you were talking about like every 7 years or every, was that you?
Oh my god, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I guess both of us, because we were speaking about this in Edinburgh like ages ago, and she was like, Zarina, I've been like 7 new people. Oh my god, I hope she's not watching this, because every time she's not around.
Accent, so
please do.
The only reason I do a really good Scouse accent is because in year 7, I had my head teacher for English, and we were reading this book, and I can't remember what it's called, but it was set in Liverpool, and he was like forced us to do Scouse accents, and
my
I used to like
God.
watch like Coronation Street, Hollyoaks, like all the shows set outside London, so I had my accents down.
Oh my
And I was the
God.
best at it in the class. I need something to say in like
Oh, I don't know. Read your bio in
Yeah.
a Scouse accent.
the relatable brown boy on the block, constantly sticking his fingers in too many samosas.
I feel like that was too subtle. You need to say more.
I
Oh my
did.
God. Okay, can you just speak for the rest of this episode in a Scouse accent? Is that
Scouse.
really offensive? I don't know.
Sorry, Gal.
Oh God. What if
Sorry, Stephen Gerrard. If you're watching, love you.
what if after this I'm never allowed back in Liverpool because of you?
I'm so sorry. We'll like wear disguises. We'll do whiteface. I'm sorry. We won't do whiteface.
Oh my God. Oh. But like, I guess as well, like the kind of, I'm interested in the way that like Twitter distances you, like gives you like, the pace of responding to arguments. Like, there's that phrase, isn't it, flame wars, that I never really understand because it's only people over like 28 that use it.
Flame wars.
Yeah. Like, you know, when you get into like an argument with someone and you're
Oh
just
my
going
God, they
back
call
and
it a
forth.
flame war.
Yeah. Like flame war. Like it's not that. I feel like it's not
I
that
didn't
like
think it was that
alien.
deep.
Yeah, it's not that deep for
It's
us.
not.
I just like grew up fighting people on Twitter. Like
It's just a thing for me, fighting people
yeah.
online.
The first like very real argument I had with a friend was over something I wrote about them on Tumblr because I thought it was private and I didn't realize that they were following me.
Oh God.
Yeah, and she came to my house with her mum and she was like, "I've printed it out. I'm gonna sue you for libel." And I was like, "Try me."
I think if someone printed out something I wrote about them and like brought it to my house, I would just be like, okay, do you want other stuff as well? 'Cause we can sit by the printer all day. And
We
have,
can
like,
get
a
the
good
rest.
time.
I've got a whole archive here.
I
Like
think the first ever like online argument I had was on like it was definitely on Habbo Hotel, 100% on Habbo Hotel.
I don't actually understand what Habbo Hotel is. Like, how does it work? Like, what does the platform?
It was
You're gonna have to
it's
go over it for me.
ridiculous, but it's amazing. It's like you create like this little avatar,
Mm-hmm.
and you're in a hotel, which is self-explanatory, but like you have your own room.
Was it like early Club Penguin?
Yes.
Okay,
But like
right.
it was with humans instead.
Oh, okay.
And like weird furniture and like weird company sponsorships. So like MTV would sponsor it one week and they would have like exclusive MTV furniture you could buy.
Oh my God.
And like the first argument I had on there was, I think someone called me like a packy or something. And I remember like messaging my friend and being like, you have to come on Habbo Hotel, someone called me a packy. And like my friend came and then he brought his friend. And
Oh
then there
my
was just a
God.
bunch of us. And then the white people brought all their friends.
Oh
and it was
my
just like,
God.
It was the most ridiculous thing, but I remember it
That's
so clearly.
amazing.
It
Like,
was.
can you imagine that happening in real life? The stakes would be so high. But like, I imagine the stakes still felt high for you. But like now looking
the
back on
stakes
it,
felt ridiculous. I was like, I'm not leaving until they leave. Like, I have to stay. My mom was like, can you come off the computer? I was like, no, doing something important. She's like, you doing work? I was like, sure. Sure.
this is work.
Yeah.
Actually, probably is. Actually, to be honest.
It was my early activist days.
Yeah. It started on Habbo Hotel. I mean, don't undervalue it.
No, 100%.
That's an important moment, I
I hope
feel.
Habbo's still going. If it's not, if like we finish this and I find out it's not, I'll be so upset.
Oh, do you want me to check now?
Yeah, let's.
Let me check. God. I mean, I guess this is oh God. I really hope I haven't got screen display on because
Oh,
I just
gosh.
found I was trying to buy my boyfriend a birthday present and I found
Your boyfriend is so like hilarious. Like whenever he comes up in your like Instagram stories, it's like I live for like other people coming in your Instagram story. I basically if you don't follow the white people on Instagram, you have to do it right now because their Instagram stories are amazing.
it is still running, by the way. Habbo Hotel is still a thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look,
it's just called
it's
Habbo
still-
now. There's no hotel.
Yeah.
That's rude.
www.habbo.com. The link will be in the bio. But look at the
Oh wow.
link I
Oh,
just
wow.
opened. I really hope.
Wow.
I really, really hope
I
that
don't know, like wow.
screen display isn't on.
Wow.
But the stakes, yeah, that felt so high for me when I was like, my friend was outside my door, like.
But that's like
This is
so
not
different.
bad.
That's like
No, that
it
very much became.
transcended
Yeah.
almost into like I'm gonna touch you.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna punch me. You know, but to be fair, she could have come for it. Like, I was like wild back then, but like she could have fought me. She could have tried, but like.
And it would have just gone down.
But like, I really do feel like that was such a formative moment for me. And like I was speaking about this with Gab, I guess, because this is like some unexorcised demon in my past that like I'm trying to get through now, I guess, like talking about speaking publicly on Twitter. But like, yeah, I feel like I've never truly processed the fact that it is public speech and like I'm speaking to people. And like as much as I want to admit, like, yeah, there are Nazis on Twitter. They're like there and Twitter knows who they are. But like they can't get me because I'm in my filter bubble. They totally could, but they just don't. I guess they're not as interested in me as I am in them.
No, I don't think any of them are. I think that kind of goes back to the whole trolls thing. But I never realised how public it was until people at work and uni and school would come to me talking about my tweets.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Really?
And like my Instagram stuff, like I did like a caption on a picture that was like, it was a Frank Ocean note that was like, I see both sides like Chanel. I'm sorry. I just felt really cool. But like I did it and I walked into work and like the guy in the reception was just like, you see Chanel? And I was like, I what? I was so confused for like a good 5 minutes. And he was like, you see Chanel? And then he was like, your Instagram. I was like, oh. And like I completely forgot that he even followed me on Instagram. I was like, what? And then like other people came to me with like this other guy I used to work with. He used to go around to everyone in our department just be like, Aaqib's Instagram, you need to follow it.
Really?
And like I would get gas, but at the same time I was like, this feels very uncomfortable.
Your little hype guy, but not actually.
Well, he's not like there anymore. He stole loads of things. Sorry, bye.
Oh. But like.
Still love you though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
If anyone from work's watching this, I am so sorry I mentioned that.
I really hope
no one knows where I work.
they're not. Oh my god.
No, let's just not
This
talk
is
about
like this is. I think this is going to be the most scandalous episode. I really hope.
This is what I'm here for. This is how I get like my own reality show. Like I'm just gonna be super scandalous.
This is like you should have your own talk show on like YouTube Live. This would be amazing if like this was a regular occurrence.
Yeah, it would just be me sitting here talking about like
Yeah.
really bad things that have happened to me in my life.
Scandalous things. It'd be fine. Like that's kind of like.
And like the theme tune could be "Scandalous" by Mystique. It's just like so scandalous, and then my face pops up.
Yeah, just like a twirling PNG.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my god. Right, I don't know about you, but I'm making this happen. If you need me to stage direct this, I will.
At least the scandalous PNG for sure. Like I want that to be like my pinned tweet. Just Mystique, I love you. Alicia Dixon, I think you're amazing. This has just been me like telling all the celebrities I love how much I love them.
I really do. I really hope they are watching, but I don't think they are.
know.
I don't think anyone's watching right now.
It's fine. I'm gonna like tweet it to them and be like, skip to this moment to hear you, and they'll just be really confused and be like, where? I don't remember taking part in this. And it's just me. They're like, I love you, Carly.
Hi, Carly.
Hi, Carly. Canada's savior to pop music. Everyone's savior to pop music, to be honest. She's doing a concert while I'm on holiday.
That's
at
so
the place
rude.
I'm in holiday.
Oh, I was about to say that's so rude, but that's not so rude. That's really good.
Amazing.
That's
and
really
it's like
quite
the day after my
considerate.
birthday.
That's so considerate.
And like
That
the
is so
like the
considerate.
lineup is amazing. It's like Carly Rae Jepsen, Stormzy, and then Gorillaz.
What?
Is it like it's the most like discombobulated?
That is a mix.
None of it makes sense, but all of it makes sense.
What I'd want to hear is like the chat that they have in the green room backstage.
That'd be amazing.
Like, I don't know, like how. Like I don't know how you'd get in there if there's like a behind the scenes.
I would
wanna
love to see
that behind the
Stormzy
scenes.
interact with Carly Rae Jepsen
Yeah.
and just see what like both of them would say.
I also don't really know who Gorillaz are. Is it Alex James?
Gorilla,
From
it was
Blur.
like they had
And
like
another one.
They were like the anime characters.
Yeah. But there's like people behind it. I think one of them was like Alex James from Blur, and then another one was
well, like Damon
someone
something.
else. I don't know.
Sorry, I don't know your names. But I think they were like, no, they weren't. I was gonna say they were the first album I bought. They weren't. The first album I bought was Atomic Kitten.
Mine was R. Kelly, like Chocolate Factory.
That's solid. Well, not solid anymore.
No, not solid anymore.
Atomic Kitten's still solid. So
Yeah.
Love you, Kerry. It was like
man.
Atomic Kitten and then S Club Juniors.
Those are some solid 90s choices.
Right.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Live your truth.
My mum was like, she's the one who bought them for me. She was like weirdly fine with it, but I think it was then Gorillaz, and then like now that's why I call music 32 or something.
Oh, they're on like 68 now. If that
Yeah,
makes you feel
just
old.
calm down. they've got like Now That's What I Call Country. Now That's What I Call Mum Jams.
Ooh.
Like,
Ooh.
they're going for it. Soon they're gonna be
Now
like.
that's what I call country.
They released them on like Mother's Day and Father's Day as well. Like, Now That's What I Call Dad Jams.
That is so offensive. That is so rude.
If I ever like give birth to, I'm not gonna give birth to a child. Wow. If I ever have a child, I would love it. Now That's What I Call Dad Jams CD. With like the worst songs and like it would be Gorillaz, Stormzy, and Carly Rae Jepsen all together.
I mean, yeah, because it would be like, oh, that's so weird to think about. Like, I remember, like back in the day, my mum used to listen to like Sade and like Santana,
Wow.
but like that's so old and like
My mum
thinking
would
about
listen
that,
to
like,
like Bollywood
PBN.
music. And,
PBN's gonna be like the Sade. Imran Khan. The kids are gonna be like listening to Imran Khan Satisfier. Like, oh, God, mum, this is so
was that,
old.
Like, radio station. Club Asia.
You remember Club
I do
Asia?
remember Club Asia.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. I swear to God. Oh, I thought I dreamt that.
No.
Oh,
I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, Club Asia was amazing. Here's a fun fact. One time, like, so me, my mum, and my brother, we used to go to like the shop that we had, and we would sit there after school, and we'd listen to Club Asia, and we'd listen to Club Asia on the way in the car, and we would sit in the shop. And then one day mom was like, let's call them. And I was like, oh my. And then, because I always used to sing the theme tune whenever it came on. And my mom, like, I used to sing to everything. And then my mom was like, call them and like say, I want to request a song. I can't remember what song I requested. But I spoke to DJ and he was like, oh, do you have anything else to say? And then mom went, let him sing Club Asia.
Oh my God.
And he was like, what's she saying? And I was like, oh, like I sing this theme tune. He was like, do it for us. And I was like, Club Asia. And he was like, that was amazing. And that was like the best moment of my life at the time. I was so happy. It's not around anymore, is it?
No, they're completely closed down. It's really sad.
Sunrise Radio is still around though.
Not the same.
It's not. Have
Not
they
the
changed the
same.
name? I feel like they have.
I don't know if they've changed the name. I think they've definitely changed
The theme tune.
I know, like the FM,
Oh.
the AM, FM, whatever number it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
They have like I don't know what it is anymore.
I really want their theme tune to be the same because it was something like Sunrise Radio.
Sunrise Radio.
Was it 1458? 1458.
Is it?
R.I.P.
Apparently it's gone. Oh, that's really. I have like really fond memories, I guess, recently of Club Asia because, for me, like when I was like 8, my favorite cousin ever for my birthday made me a mixtape of his favorite songs, and I was like, oh my God, what a beautiful gift. And then I found out that they were just like recorded off like a Club Asia mixtape.
Oh my God.
It was like, it shattered me. It like truly broke me.
My older brother used to like record them on a cassette, like when they did like the charts every week. So that like if we were listening to like Club Asia and we didn't like the sound of the song, we would just like put in the Club Asia tape. And we would just like listen to it and we would be like, yeah, skip to number 3.
Oh.
It was the ultimate like
Fuck's
if
sake.
anyone that like worked at Club Asia is listening or wants to like rerun it,
If you want to get in touch, you can, I
Please.
guess, we'll be presenters.
100%.
Oh my God.
I will be there every day.
Yes.
I will.
9 to 5, clocking in happily.
Yes.
I'll be singing every Monday.
I can
Very
do the
glad.
theme tune. You don't
Yeah.
need to like
Don't need to re-record it. Like,
just have me like on
oh my
deck.
God. That'd be amazing. Oh God, I'm so glad it wasn't just me. But like, I'm so glad I didn't just dream Club Asia because like it's one of those things. Like I've never like heard it since it left. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
My mom's gonna watch this and just be like, hi. You were meant to go talk about how important Twitter and social media is, and you're talking about Club Asia.
It's a beautiful, beautiful tangent. Also, this is very casual. Like, it's fine. But I also did want to talk to you about a non-account, if you're comfortable talking about that, I
Yeah.
guess. Like, you don't have to, like, disclose your
Yeah, no.
non-account. Oh, God. But, I mean, I guess I'm interested in it because I don't follow anyone else's a non-account, apart from maybe... I mean, I follow someone's. I don't know if I should say
Yeah,
because
let's
I
not-
think...
let's
Let's not say. I follow one other person's a non-account. But, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious who they are. I know who they are. I've never asked, but I can tell. And I don't know him particularly well. So, I'll message him and tell him I mentioned him.
Is it like an open account?
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
an open
okay.
account. It's like... Oh, no, I think it's private, but... Oh, I don't know.
And they accepted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only one person who's a non-account I follow.
Mm.
And I guess I'm interested what other people do on it, because I haven't got any followers. I don't really request anyone or like accept anyone else's requests, and I'm just kind of, I guess, nosy about how you use it.
I used it a lot. I used it so much more last year than I did this year.
Same.
But it was like a closed off account, so no one can follow it unless I accept, and I haven't accepted anyone's requests. I don't follow anyone on the account. I think it's called like something. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say. But like, I think the bio is something like, "This is where I come to like vent all my feelings," or something like.
My bio is just the little hole emoji.
The whole.
Yeah, you know the little hole emoji, because I was like, that's what this is. I'm just kind of.
It's just
throwing
chucking
it
stuff.
into the hole.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor actually. But it's
so fake deep in the emojis, like.
it was like, so I was like going to therapy, and my therapist was like, "You should try and write things down. It'll be really good for you." And I was like, "Oh, I don't really want to, because like my handwriting is terrible, so I wouldn't be able to reread it. I don't always have access to a pen and paper." I was like, what do I always use? I always Twitter, and I always overshare. So let's just overshare by myself.
Yeah.
So I used it whenever I was feeling anxious, uncomfortable. I think I used it once when like I didn't have like headphones, and I was like, I feel very uncomfortable walking through the station with headphones, and that was it. And that was fine. It made me feel like slightly less uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then other times it was like, I didn't really want to burden my friends with the kind of role of, hey guys, I feel really, really bad right now, and I know that you guys are all doing important stuff, but like, someone come help me. So it was like, let me tweet my thoughts. I think one time I kind of talked myself out of something where I was like tweeting, and I was really anxious at the start, and then I kind of tweeted, and I kind of, as I was tweeting, I was almost like a conversation to myself. And then it became a thing where, like, if I didn't want to talk to someone about something, or if I didn't want to kind of put something on the main account, I would put it on that account. And it does help in like a millennial kind of way, I guess, that you have a space just for yourself.
Yeah.
But then, like, I think Gab said something the other day that like made me think, when she was like on the show, and she was like, you're like kind of chucking stuff into the void, and it's different from like keeping a diary, whereas it's still there. Like, I would tweet on my main account, overshare, and then delete stuff straight away, or like delete stuff the next day. And I didn't really want to have a space like that where I felt the need to delete things.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to say what I wanted and be who I wanted to be without having the pressure of, I feel like people are watching.
Yeah.
But I mean, but saying that, I have people that have anon accounts, and they have open accounts. They tweet what they want. They have people follow them. Sometimes they're closed accounts, and I follow them, and they accept it, and I read through it. And I guess it's a good way of kind of actually letting people know how you are and how you feel without the pressure of physically speaking it out. Because when I started to go to therapy, I found it so difficult to even... She'd be like, so how are you? I was like, dunno.
Yeah. It's a different kind of verbalization, I feel like. I guess tweeting it and like putting it into words in 140 characters feels like it kind of captures very quickly, I guess, like a super ephemeral thought that you're hard to kind of like, it's hard to put your finger on it immediately, but like it kind of like does a really good job of like helping you get to grips with what it is, because it's so short, because it's so brief. It kind of, you're able to get down the gist of it and like go from there. Like it works in very bite-sized chunks, I feel, because I'm very bad at like dealing with my emotions, or at least I was until I had my anon account, and I've kind of got more emotionally literate through the process of using it, which is amazing. Like all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, I feel this thing, and it's like this, and like I know where it is, and like I find that quite bizarre. That it's like,
because it's not like really talked about, is it?
No.
Everyone kind of looks at mental health, looks at emotions, looks at the way we're dealing things. They kind of think, okay, you need to go to therapy, or you need to write things down, or you need to do some form of medication, or one I got was yoga.
Really?
Yeah, someone said to do yoga because it would help, but like my legs creak as I walk up the stairs. So I was like, I can't. I'm
I mean,
not going to
maybe.
be able to do like a downward dog or whatever you want me to do.
I mean, I've never tried yoga. Maybe it's amazing.
I was meant to try.
Everyone's really into it. Like,
I was meant to try a free class and I missed it.
oh, I've got a free hot yoga session from the WAR girls. And I don't think I'm ever going to use it. Would you like it? No, I think it's like me plus one. We should go to yoga together.
Oh, as in 1L.
Yeah.
Shout out to 1L.
Shout out to WAR. Hey, Ellen. But like, they like in the little goodie bag, they gave me like a free yoga session. If you want it, you can have. I feel like I'm not going to use it because like I've never tried yoga and I'm 23 now, so it's too late for me to try new things.
I feel like that as well. And then someone was like to me, "You're not that old," and I was like,
I mean, kind of am. Like, it's fine.
Like, so someone was like to me the other day, we were talking at work. So this one girl I work with, we're very, very close because I don't think she's going to be watching, but if you're hi Ella, happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
It's her birthday on Sunday, but I'm not going to see her. But like, she's just turning 18. Baby. My baby. And like, it's so weird, like thinking back to when I was 18, because I felt like I was the oldest thing in the universe, but I still felt very young.
Yeah.
And like, I'm turning 23 this month, and someone was like, "Oh, how old are you gonna be?" I was like, I'm not turning anything. I'm just here. I'm just alive." And they were like, "Why are you so afraid of your age?" I was like, "I don't know. I just feel old."
I feel like there's a certain point in your 20s where you just kind of, at the very beginning, you're like, oh my God, like I'm comprehending my own mortality.
Yeah.
Like I'm aging. I pay my council tax. Like my phone plan is very expensive. And you're like,
oh God,
all of a sudden you're just flung into this realm of being an adult kind of a bit more properly than when you're 18. When
you
you're
kind
like,
of get chucked into it properly, and you're like, holy shit, this is a thing. This is a real thing people do.
Yeah. And like, I've heard, right, apparently it's around like 26, 25, 27. There's a point where you just kind of like kind of go, fuck it, I'm an adult.
I feel like I want that to be me now, but it's not. It's
no,
really not.
It takes a few years. I'm like holding tight, touch wood.
I want it to be me this year, or at least 2018. I really thought it was me for like, at the start of 2017, I was like, this is me. I'm an adult. I'm doing it. Like, I'm living life.
Gonna go running, like, gonna sort my life out.
But like,
it'll come slowly, I feel. That's what I keep telling myself. It's like skincare. You gotta keep at it.
Yeah. You gotta keep drinking that 2 liters of water a day.
Oh God. I feel like Twitter's really actually pushed on the subject of 2 liters of water a day. There's that, what is it, self-care bot?
Yeah.
I've got his tweets on notification. So like actually they show up and I'm like, oh, I will.
Because I follow it, but I always miss it. And then I like every now and then I'll see one tweet and then I read through all of it and it's like, go breathe outside today. I'm like, I forgot to do that. Like I've been sat inside all day. So having a notification would be good. But self-care is also something Twitter introduced me to. Like,
really?
Like while we're on the subject.
I guess same. On the subject of notifications, very quickly, I just want to make public the fact that I only have four accounts on notification. It's Self-Care Bot, JME, Zayn Malik, and my bot. Can we accept that list as like...
That's the ultimate list.
A weirder list than like Skepta, Carly Rae Jepsen and Gorillaz. Or like on the same kind of level.
What does like Zayn Malik tweet?
Absolute nonsense, to be honest. Complete buckwass. Like, really should turn it off. But I just want to keep it there to have it.
I really want him to be good at things.
Same. I feel like he's gone downhill since One Direction. Oh my God.
Zayn, if you're listening, I love your album. I'm really looking forward to album 2.
I'm not.
The song with Sia is amazing. You should have got me to direct the video though. The video's a bit...
This has gone so downhill. I can't believe I just... Like all of a sudden we were doing so well and I just like dropped it.
Zayn Malik.
Oh, I didn't even mean it. At the moment, my pajama t-shirt has a picture of Zayn Malik on it. I didn't really mean that, but I did.
I want Zayn Malik merch. I really do.
I really want the little snapback that says Zayn in Arabic.
Oh my God.
I think it says maybe just
He
Zayn.
has the t-shirts as well.
Yeah. The long sleeve ones.
Yeah.
On the subject of self-care. Sorry, that was a digression. So sorry. But yeah, I think actually now you said it, like I was like, no, I knew about self-care long before I read Audre Lorde. But to be honest, it was Twitter that introduced me to Audre.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I guess that ties back into like the idea of it being like for brown people, or like not just brown people, to be honest, brown and black people, like communities of color and like other kind of positions of alterity, like LGBT, like cutie pop communities, like it being like a really powerful tool to like, I guess, build a community and like a little kind of like ring fence, an area of solidarity that you can like kind of pass on these things, like teach. Actually, it's radical to take care of your body and love your body, because, you know, outside of this, it's not important, and that's not your fault. That's not our fault.
It's just not what we're taught.
Yeah. That is a really important thing.
Like, I think a lot, like, I was thinking about self-care. I thought about a lot of the things that might have been brought up today.
Oh.
Like, so I think a lot of the stuff we've covered, but like self-care was definitely one of them. And I was like, I never used to know what it was. And then, like, all through school, they would be like, oh, you have to make sure you exercise regularly. You have to make sure that you do all these kind of things. We never, I don't know if it was just because when I was growing up, we never talked about mental health or anything. I don't know if they do talk about mental health in school now. I think the only thing they say is like, we used to have like a video, I think, of like someone getting cyberbullied and then like feeling sad, and that would be it.
Yeah.
And
I remember I had like a PSHE talk about eating disorders, and at the time I had an eating disorder, but I was like completely unable to like recognize, like put the two together, because it was like so formal, like this is an eating disorder and this is what someone with an eating disorder looks like, and if you don't fit that, that's not you. And I was like, well, I'm fine then, I'll just keep like being sick then. I guess like that's fine, sick.
Like it's definitely helped kind of bring it in a more, I don't want to say relatable, but like relatable way, like it's
bringing it into like the vocabulary of everyone that's speaking. You know what I mean? Like kind of that talk about eating disorders was so far and foreign, and like using a completely different vocabulary to the one I kind of explained my behaviors. I feel like if someone like had sat down and like chatted to me, like, actually this is like fucked up, like yo. Or like not even like in that way, like not even like literally vocabulary, but just kind of like, applied it to my life.
Like I sat down with a teacher once, and they were just like, they could see something was wrong, but they didn't know. And I think it was like with the start of the anxiety period, and they were just like, is everything okay? Like, it was kind of like they wanted to sit down and be relatable, but it wasn't, because they didn't really have an idea of how to do it. Because I don't know, maybe it wasn't taught to them, maybe it wasn't put forward in the correct way, maybe the school didn't have a system in place, but it's put in such a way that's so formal and so like unrecognizable. Like at the end of the day, we're like kids. We're not gonna, if you give me the scientific word for depression, if there is one, I'm not gonna understand what you're talking about. If you say to me, do you feel sad sometimes, I'll be like, yeah, I do. And if people on Twitter like make a thread explaining if like self-care and what you can do to take care of yourself, or if they make a thread explaining what eating disorders are, what depression is, and in a more like easier way for me to understand, like what is it, I haven't had a thought longer than 140 characters since 2008. Like,
shout out to Megan Vaughan.
Yeah, you're a babe. At the same time, 140 characters is perfect, because I can read it, I can understand it, and I can think, okay, cool, it's done.
Like, I mean, I guess on the subject of 140 characters, I guess it's time to like also accept that Twitter's changed my attention span, but for the better. Like, I'm less able to tolerate bullshit in any kind of way. Like, you're going on for too long as a person. Like, when I'm in conversation with someone and like they're taking up airtime, I'm like, you're speaking for too long, and I just want to like swipe left on you. Like,
I had this at work, and it was oh God, if anyone from work is watching, I'm so sorry. I keep bringing you guys up, but like,
gonna find out where you work and at them. Like,
oh
no,
God,
that'd be so mean.
be
fully joking. I'm like, that's a really horrible joke. Sorry.
Like, someone was just speaking for ages, and I just felt like going, "Are we done? Can we finish up?
Like, tap out.
Like, why can't I press on to the next snap? What's happening?" And in some ways, like, I really resented myself for that, because I was like, why are you not able to have a conversation with someone? And then other ways I was like, well, if you don't want to talk with someone, you don't want to talk with someone. You shouldn't feel forced as though you do want to.
I feel like it's fine if like I'm like totally okay with the death of politeness.
Yes.
I feel like politeness is actually quite oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to say hi to my next door neighbours because my next door neighbour is an editor for The Sun. Like, I just want to tell him that he's a shithead.
My neighbours are scared of me.
Good. Like, our neighbours should be scared of us.
But they're like lovely. I don't want them to be scared of me. So I try and be polite to them. But then they just walk away.
Who
It's
cares?
fine.
Whatever.
Didn't want to talk to you anyway.
No. I don't care. I don't care. I want to see the death of discourse and the death of politeness.
Yes.
These two things. I want like a pincer movement either
We
side.
want to do like a huge funeral for them.
Yeah.
And like Skepta and Carly Rae Jepsen can play.
Gorillas headlining.
Imagine if like one day they do have like a song come out together. I'm
That'd be
gonna claim
amazing.
it as my idea. It's gonna be. I'm gonna apply for like royalties, and if I don't get
This could like legally stand up in court. Like,
It
we've
could.
got this on.
it's recorded.
It's recorded. You're saying this. This is.
So if you guys have a song, I'm getting at least 10%, hopefully more. Be nice.
Gonna hold that to account. Take this to the courts.
I don't want to take Stormzy to court. That'd be
No,
horrible.
that'd be so mean. Imagine you'd be in the papers.
Oh god, everyone would hate me. I wouldn't be able to go home. I actually would not be able to go around East London. Everyone would just be like,
No, yeah.
"You're the guy that sues Stormzy, innit? Hey, let me talk to you." And I'd be like, it'd be horrible. Hi. She's okay.
Oh.
No, she's just staring through the window. I forget there's a window there.
Yeah, no, I keep forgetting because I'm like staring at your beautiful face. Like, I'm very, like, this has been like a beautiful chat. I've like zoned out the fact that there's a window.
I just looked up
in
for 1
front of
second and
us.
she was staring in my eyes. And I was just like, oh wow, hello.
Oh, what a beautiful connection on a train station.
It's just like misconnections. Part of the scandalous show could be like misconnections.
Oh,
We could get like people to write in.
like Rush Hour Crush.
Yes, that's what it is in the metro.
Right, we're getting some like TV show development that you really need to keep off air in case someone steals this
I'm
idea.
gonna see this on ITV2 with two white men, and I'm gonna. It's probably like two people from like Love Island. or
Oh
something.
god, it's gonna be Kem and Chris, isn't it?
Oh god, did they just release a song
Oh.
together?
Yes, and I've been watching their TV show that they've done.
I
Like it's
caught,
a
the
Love
last
Island
10
spin
minutes
off.
because there was nothing on last night.
I think it's on demand. It's actually quite good.
Oh, don't say that.
It's all right, not
Because
bad.
I didn't watch Love Island just because I got everyone.
It's leaving.
Because everyone was watching it, but I was so busy, and then
Fair enough.
through the middle of it, everyone really, really got into it, but I was too late,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't do it now. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to wait for next year.
You can watch it back.
I want to, but also I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to
I feel
watch
like you
Jersey
have
Shore
missed, like,
install.
you've missed the boat.
instead.
And Jersey Shore, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing, really, isn't it?
I was gonna say it seems very, very similar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like no one's
Mm.
getting arrested. I don't know. Do people get arrested? I haven't watched it. I don't
No,
know. I
no.
can't be making these claims.
No,
Well, I
no
don't
one gets
know.
arrested on Love Island. They've got some insane rules as well. Like,
Oh, they have rules.
yeah, they got rules like you can't self-complete.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, you said self, and I was like, self what? What? Okay.
No self-love
At all.
at all. Which I guess is like made to like engineer these or like
Oh,
push
it's
them
probably
into these.
to get their like hormones.
Yeah,
raging.
yeah, like pump up that sexual
Bloody
frustration.
hell.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah.
I love reality TV. I really do. Happy anniversary to the Kardashians.
Oh yeah.
10
Gab was
years.
talking about that during the sound test, and I was like, I really hope people can hear this. Like, I hope it's live.
I think
and
I heard
was.
it.
I think it was
I
live.
heard it. I was listening in, and I was just like, she said something about Kardashians, and I was like,
I think I've edited it out now. But
Ah.
if you caught the special, like gold edition of that,
if
like
you're a true fan.
if you're a true Dear Friends fan. 3 episodes in, we got stands, and it's me.
it's our mums. They're just like, they're just standing outside listening with like signs. It's like, I've been here from the beginning. I think the Kardashians are great.
Amazing.
Well, no, I think they're terrible. Well,
I don't know about Kim's makeup. This could be a whole other talk show.
Yeah.
I really want to know what you like prepared for. Like, what were you like?
to be honest, I don't
What's
know.
your
I think I
internal
had
conversation?
I had like sprouts of preparation where like I would be, like I went to work and I was at work just doing nothing, and then I was like, what if she asked me about how I use Twitter on a daily basis? What am I going to say? I just retweet memes and vines. And then I was like, well, that's what I do. I retweet memes and vines, and like every now and then I just like retweet Afshan's photography and Simran's like modeling stuff, and that's pretty much it. That's what I do. But then I had like waves of like, okay, self-care. I don't know. I think I was thinking about self-care or something, and I was like, okay, this like I learned it from social media. I learned it from Twitter, and then I don't know, just loads of other things. I think mainly I was like, I'm gonna wear the waistcoat. That was the main thing.
I guess I don't really end up, as like a kind of like final note, I don't really end up retweeting too many memes and vines. I guess like I'm interested in a weird way because I don't do that. It's not one of my particular behaviors. Like I kind of watch them, like them, and like move on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, why do you retweet them?
It depends which ones they are, if I'm being honest. Because like I have
My bum's gone numb. Sorry.
I have a group chat with 3 people I work with, and then I have that group chat specifically designed for memes and like videos from like social media.
Amazing.
And like the group display picture is like Black China with her like blonde like I'm going to court wig on, just like smiling into the camera. It's like we all send memes into there. And then I send memes to Afshan, I send memes to Simran, and then me and Afshan and Simran have a group chat as well, where we all send memes. And then
so many meme chats. I'm so jealous. I only have one, like one, and it's with my Marcies.
That's hilarious. That's amazing. I feel like if I showed my Marcy a meme, she would just hit me and be like, why are you not speaking Punjabi?
I'm using the word meme very loosely here, like very loosely. Not memes as we know it.
Punjabi memes, and like their C memes are hilarious though. Like,
I don't understand the Punjabi ones.
I understand some of them, and then some
the
of them.
Gujarati ones, I understand them like as they're written, but I don't understand the
My mum
jokes.
sent me a meme the other day. My mum, she sent me a whole meme, and it was like it was ridiculous.
That's
I have to read it out.
That's a moment, actually.
I have to read it because she sent it. She tried explaining it to me, like face to face, and I didn't get it. And I was just like, I don't know if it's just the way you're saying it or like what. And she was like, no, it's super funny.
And then she sent it to you.
She sent it to me on WhatsApp because she was like, and I send her memes all the time.
Yeah.
And she just
it's never been reciprocated
she
until
ignores
now.
them. She reads them. The 2 blue ticks come up, and then she just doesn't respond until she's like, "Oh, are you going to pick up Hardy from school today?" I'm like, "Okay, sure, but what about
my
the
meme?"
So it was like, I think it was edited on a Thought for Today thing, and it says, "Propaganda is what Cockneys do when they really look at something."
That took me a while, but I think me and Amy kind of clocked on at the same time.
It's like the silliest thing, and I did not understand it. And then she sent it to me, and that's when I got it. Because I think it was because I said propaganda, like in a Cockney way. I was like,
that's deliberate.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, do you know what was really funny? And then she was like, yeah, I shared it on Facebook and everything, and it got a lot of likes. I was like, proud of you, Mum. You're continuing the legacy that I've started in this family. Like, we're doing well. We just need to get the younger one into memes. And
we'll be viral dynasty. Dynasty?
Watch
viral
out. Who's like a viral family?
I mean,
I don't know. There's that family that did like the New Year's vines, and it was like they would be like Happy New Year, and the daughter would get something and just smash it every time.
Please send that to me. Link will be in the bio. Description.
Yeah, I need to find that and just send it to everyone I know, because it would be like year by year, and you would see the kids grow up.
Oh, amazing!
And every year, like the daughter would just smash something different. And one year, she like got a glass, and it was like sugar glass, I'm hoping, and she got it and she smashed it on the counter and was just screaming, and then her dad looked at her and she got another one and smashed it on her dad's head. And everyone was just like, oh, and it was like the best thing.
That's so funny.
So I'm coming for that family. We're taking over.
Watch out. Not hello, goodbye. But yeah. Oh, this has been I'm so nosy. So this has been like really nice. Like,
this has been lovely.
Probing into not just your life, but like specifically like your Twitter behaviors. Like,
yeah.
This has been so fun.
I feel like if there was a whole show dedicated, like if this is a weekly thing, there would be so many different people you get on here and so many different things you could talk about.
Yeah.
Like even if you just ask the question to someone, how does Twitter affect your life? So many different things can happen. Like there's artists that sell their work through Twitter. There's people that find work through Twitter. There's like the whole kind of galdem babes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like Twitter's such a big part of how
people
they
who
grew.
Like literally kind of have, I mean, I guess the white pews included in this as well. Like kind of like have their business on Twitter and like kind of
unlike
circulation and like soft capital.
Traditional businesses creating whole like marketing campaigns and whole
I actually used to work very briefly in social media, like in terms of like marketing.
Yeah.
Twitter's actually quite awful.
It is.
Like Facebook and Instagram, much easier.
Yeah.
The ads do much better. Twitter's awful, which I'm kind of thankful
I feel like
for.
on Twitter, you can't get. It's the whole thing of you can't force people to like listen to what you're saying. Whereas on Facebook and Instagram, I feel like people stop and like look at what's happening. Twitter, people will look at it. If they don't like it, they'll move on.
Yeah.
But like the whole kind of, it's become normal to have a hashtag on the bottom of a show, like on TV.
Yes.
I think
it has. They do that on
weird.
Question Time.
Question Time.
With Mr. David Dimbleby.
We're gonna see
He
it
looks
on
about
Countdown soon.
Yeah. Like these old people using hashtags. Like this is now
Amazing.
fully mainstream. We're no longer like.
Also, the way people use hashtags when they use it really badly.
It's my favorite thing.
It's amazing.
Oh.
I want to be part of that group.
I'm gonna start doing it, like just unironically. I don't care. Hashtag.
And that's gonna be like my.
I'm gonna start doing that little like hashtag sign that people do in like bad American sitcoms. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Dad, you can't do that.
Hashtag cringy.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. This has
Thank
been
you
an
for
actual
having me.
pleasure.
This has been lovely.
I can't believe you wore a special jacket, like a special, like this Nehru jacket. Like this is so like wedding fancy.
This was for my cousin's wedding. I wore it on my cousin's wedding.
I'm so like underdressed. I'm wearing like my sweatshirt tucked into my jeans.
The
for
rest of the
extra
stuff is from
comfort.
like H&M and Primark and like trainers that I had for years. One time I think I did like because the trainers I have, they have no grip on them. Like literally, if I show you, like nothing.
Oh, he's worn down.
They've had them for
down.
years, and like one time I tweeted like, "Can someone buy me new trainers? Because I keep falling in the rain." And I think like you favorited it, and we were like, "Yes, we need to get this going." And like since then, I've not bought new trainers. So if anyone's watching this that wants to buy me trainers, I would really appreciate that.
We'll leave a link to your PayPal.
I'm a size 9. Yeezys would be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd wear them because I'd be too scared. I will take Vans high tops because I want them right now, black and white. Also Nike Roshi runs. Thank you.
Okay.
That's
Solid
my closing
choices.
message.
All right. I'll leave a link to Aaqib's Twitter so you can contact him about his trainers. Thank you for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with Christopher Karubi at the same time, 7 p.m. And again, thank you so much for joining me. This has been so kind of you and so generous. Goodbye.
Bye.
I had to stop.